So this is a player's guide to jazz part 2. And just as a reminder, if you guys like what you see, please subscribe, like, share, comment. I love talking to you guys. What inspired this video was a lot of lessons with some heroes of mine like Tim Miller or Julian Lage or whoever who have had fantastic artist careers and have a very interesting, unique voice. During lessons, I would ask, hey, I play more mainstream music, but I like a lot of this left of center music and I want it to be in my playing, even if I'm playing mainstream music. And how do I do that? The answer I would get most often is, I don't really know how. I'm not sure you could. Which was kind of frustrating, but I understand where they were coming from. So I took it upon myself to kind of just see how much I could get into my playing while still being able to fit in more mainstream music. Because although I've done some artist projects and creative endeavors, original bands, some of which have links below, it's mainly been like hired gun work and other stuff, like more mainstream stuff that's been paying the bills. I just want to find a way to exist with all my influences and still play any kind of music. So I said this in the last video and I'll say it in this one. This isn't meant as some sort of like, you know, hey, I know we're playing Wagon Wheel tonight, but I want to play my super out jazz licks and show them how cool I am. It's not meant for that. It's meant for people who may or may not be playing Wagon Wheel, but also love the Punch Brothers and want to include some of that wide-ranging influence in their playing. A lot of what makes up jazz to some is a lot of bebop vocabulary in a certain language. And I'm including basically all of modern jazz as well, which might not always include that more traditional language. I know I've brought them both up before, but someone like a Julian Lage and a Jonathan Kreisberg are both jazz to me, but they sound nothing like each other. One sounds far more traditional. Just like some of the more adventurous phrases in jazz soloing, it's kind of all about how you're delivering the information. You know, what notes are you emphasizing on what beats? So I'm going to play a passage the original way, and then using a chromatic passing kind of in a weird way, and then in a way that I might find really nice, and just adding to the song or giving another flavor to the song. Sometimes when you're adding something a bit jazzier to a song that may not necessarily have jazz in it to begin with, it's kind of what you surround that lick with. You know, if I do something kind of familiar and then something a bit stretches your imagination a little bit and then something familiar again, it's a lot more easily digestible. Sometimes it comes down to taste. Like sequences of force is something I've heard a lot in jazz, and if they take that too literally, it can end up being kind of awkward over a different kind of music. So it'd be up to me to try to make it more tasteful and use the concept, but within this other genre. So I compiled a list of other maybe jazzy techniques, jazzy ideas that I could use kind of as a springboard to make licks and to inform my solos over some mainstream music that I might be playing. So we have wide intervals, playing out, rhythmic displacement, playing chords as an accompaniment to your single note lines, and altered or diminished or harmonic minor flavors on the 5 chord. And that one you'll probably be able to get away with the most. So I wanted to show you some examples of basically all those. I'm going to keep the backing music pretty consistent so you can have a reference point to hear all these different ideas over, except of course the last one, which needs a 5 chord. So those are some of the concepts I've used and taken from maybe a jazz context and moved over to any kind of my playing. I hope you found some of that useful and can apply it to your own playing. So thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share to your friends, etc. And I'll see you guys next week.